Hey guys, what's up? It is July 1st. I just uploaded a kendama news video for last month on my YouTube channel, and now I am on my way to work. I stopped at the beach to record this video and to tell you that I'm thinking about doing another 30 tricks in 30 days. Last year in July, when I first started kendama, I've been playing for about 2 weeks, I did a 30 tricks in 30 days. And the idea of that series was for me to, one, like push myself to learn new tricks, and then two, to start just making videos, however good or bad they were, and they're mostly pretty bad. I thought I would try it again, maybe with a little bit less focus on the tricks themselves and a little more focus on just making the videos, making a daily video. I'm not going to become a daily vlogger per se. These won't be daily vlogs in the same way that you see other people like showing their lives, but it will hopefully be one video each day that has something to do with kendama, something kendama related. Maybe I will highlight a trick and talk about it. Maybe these will be really simple tricks. Maybe they'll be more complicated things that I'm working on or things that I just like. But I'll highlight a trick and then just use it as an excuse to make a kendama video each day. I think there's going to be a lot of exciting things happening this month, so it makes sense to kind of keep up on a daily basis. So some of these videos might be pretty simple and short, some might be longer. I'm not going to hold myself to any standard yet. I'm just going to try to make a video each day. If you have any suggestions, I would love to hear them. What do you want to see in these videos? Is there anything that you'd like me to cover or talk about or do? I'd love that kind of feedback, so let me know. All right guys, day one, I can already tell you one of my biggest obstacles, one of the most frustrating things to try to do a video a day this month is going to be the wind. The wind is killer, man. Messes up my tricks, makes noise in the microphone. I'm gonna try to do my best to work around the wind, find some spots that aren't windy, but we'll see what happens. Day one, trick one, I want to talk about Whirlwind. The simple Whirlwind, I find this trick fascinating. It's one of the tricks that I nerd out the most about because I think it embodies a lot of what kendama is and how kendama tricks kind of go. The Whirlwind is one of those tricks that as a beginner it seems impossible, it seems like there's no way to do it, and then as you get better and better it seems very simple. And yet at the same time, at least for me, it's a major mental aspect to it where I should be able to do a Whirlwind very easily at this point. I learned it after 2 months of playing kendama, and yet my consistency with the trick is terrible. It's really bad. Earth turns, no problem. Ken flips, no problem. You put the two together and suddenly it becomes extremely hard. It's the first trick you might learn. The ken and the tama are both in the air at the same time. You're not touching the kendama at all. I think that's really cool. The two motions together, figuring that out, and the mental part of it is really challenging, but sets the stage for a lot of other kendama tricks. The fact that you have two pieces rotating in opposite directions at the same time is also just a really cool aspect of Whirlwind. So for that reason, Whirlwind is one of my favorite tricks. It's one of those tricks that I think is simultaneously overestimated and underestimated, and it really emphasizes the mental game that kendama is. Sometimes when I'm focused and on it, I can nail a Whirlwind no problem, and other times it takes me minutes to hit a Whirlwind. So a minute ago, I just said that a Whirlwind, the ken and the tama flip in opposite directions. That's obviously not true. In an inward Whirlwind, the ken and the tama flip in opposite directions. And I just spent a ridiculous amount of time trying to hit just one inward Whirlwind, and I couldn't do it. I've been missing for a long time. So hopefully by the end of the day, I can hit at least one inward Whirlwind to show you guys. But that's that same mental thing. I've hit inward Whirlwinds before. They don't seem that hard, but something about it, I have a mental block and I just can't hit one right now. So. Okay, I finally hit one. It wasn't as clean as I would have liked. You guys hear me say keep it clean a lot. What does a clean Whirlwind look like? Well, to me, a clean Whirlwind, whether it's regular or inward, multiple or not, the ken stays straight, doesn't wobble around or fly sideways, and it's caught not in the cups. Whirlwinds are super satisfying. There's something really awesome about the trick. One of the reasons I love it so much is when you hit it, at least for me, it feels great. hitting that whirlwind. So I love the way that they feel when you land them. I like the way they look a lot. And what's interesting about whirlwind is, depending on your style and how you do it, people's whirlwinds look a lot different. Like people's, you know, lighthouse flips all look the same for the most part. People, certain things end up looking very similar, but different people hit whirlwinds differently. They look different depending on if they do like a real lofty earth turn and then kind of a late Ken flip, or if they kind of combine it all into one motion. They can end up looking vastly different, and I think that's really cool. There's not many other tricks that have such a variety in the way they look. Certain whirlwinds look cooler than others, in my opinion, the way that people do them. And I find that, again, fascinating. One of the reasons that I think whirlwind is such an interesting trick. Alright guys, I am home from work. That is it for today. Thanks for joining me for day one where I did whirlwind. Gonna do 30 tricks in 30 days. Join me tomorrow for another, I'll probably do another trick, probably talk about some more nerdy kendama stuff. So if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And don't forget to cut the noise and keep it clean, and I'll see you tomorrow.